Here's how I went from working every single day just to barely get by to making 10K a month with user-generated content. My name is Akira, and in this video I'll show you guys how I went from broke as frick to making 10K a month with UGC. To user-generated content, I was making 2.3K, 2.8K, 800 basically, 1K, 1K, 655, 500, and 2.8K. I did all of these by negotiating and working with brands. I was not an influencer, I did not have a huge amount of followers, and I did not sell my soul to the devil and overwork myself. I did all of these while having under 460 followers, as you can see right here, and boom. UGC allowed me to work anywhere I wanted and made money anywhere I wanted. It gave me the location freedom to work anywhere I want. It gave me the time flexibility to make money whenever I want, and also gave me the creative freedom to love what I was doing. So right here, I was in San Francisco exploring the city while I was still making money through UGC. And here is a really cinematic photo of me walking to the road in San Francisco. But life wasn't always like this. In 2024, I was a broke, shy, introverted kid who couldn't stop stuttering. I was doing freelancing every single day, barely making $100 a week. Gaming every day until 3 AM because there I felt more powerful than in real life. I had nothing going on for my life, and every day I would blame the world for what's happening to me instead of taking responsibility. This was my bank account in 2024. The majority of my income was coming from my parent, from my dad whose body was literally half disabled from a stroke, from my sister who dropped out of high school, gave up her dream just so she can put food on the table and keep us living. I felt extremely guilty as the only guy in the household who wasn't taking full responsibility. I knew I couldn't continue like this. I knew I needed to change. So I made a promise to quit all my bad habits so I can get rich as frick and finally give it back to my family who sacrificed many for me. I was done waiting for the perfect moment, so I made more time by cutting my friends out who was holding me back. I stopped hanging out with my fake friends. I stopped gaming through 3 AM and went on hardcore self-improvement training 5 times a week, meditated and took a cold shower every single day, cutting out all sugar from my diet and spent a minimum of 3 hours reading every single day. I immediately became obsessed with self-improvement, and this is what I looked like after a year. I was definitely not where I want to be, but I was in a much better shape in my life than I was before. I had six-pack, I was jacked, I had muscle, and I was definitely much more confident. After ruthlessly pouring hours into myself, I became a different person. I was more confident, I was more disciplined. Even more important, I was building the self-belief knowing I can transform my body and my life. But I was still lost on how I can actually make money online to retiring my parents and finally giving it back to them. So one day I started posting content daily to maybe change my life with that, because I was tired of waiting for the perfect moment, for the perfect time, and I immediately became obsessed with content creation. I researched how to film, I researched how to go viral, and started posting every single day with no excuse, with the dream to one day start a fitness coaching business. But reality hits hard. After 100 videos, none of my videos even made it past 2K views. And to make things worse, I was struggling to balance school, gym, and content creation. My acne got worse, my grade dropped, I started to develop carding acne. And I had never felt more insecure than now in my life, with my back having this many acne scars. Even when I had a great body, I was afraid to show it to the public because of my acne scars. I was burnt out, I was broke, and I was hopeless. I wanted to quit until one night, my friend called me. He told me I was the strongest person he knew. I had gone through so much shit in my teenagehood for being rotted and still managed to change myself. He convinced me that if I could get past this, that it was a blessing in disguise. From that moment onward, I started documenting every single thing about my life in order to escape the rat race. I posted every single day, showed up even when I was getting less than 1K view and no likes on my videos. Because I believed in myself and knew I was able to change my life once, so I can do it twice. Just like that, a year passed and I graduated. And honestly, I was scared and lost in life. I didn't apply to any college, I didn't have any backup plan. I just knew one thing for sure, that I did not want to go down the same path everyone else did. That was the scariest moment in my life when I had many arguments with my sister. It was understandable. After all, she literally gave up her dream of going to university so I can live that dream. I felt like a disappointment, but I knew I wasn't going to let her down. That month, I spent $4,000 on a mentorship program. That was the money I didn't even have, but it changed everything for me. I learned how to replicate and create viral content, how to make money online through UGC and TikTok shop, how to make UGC video, and I became so obsessed with making content to the point I was spending 15 hours a day on learning how to go viral and creating converting content. I continued posting every single day, and without realizing it, I was getting viral and viral video. With 1 million, 200K, 300K, 200K here. But that was something I started to realize. You don't really make any money from going viral at all. So I started to look more into UGC, which is user-generated content. It's where you create video for a brand, showing the brand's product in an authentic way that doesn't come up as salesy. After applying everything I learned from the mentorship program, I did not make any money my first month. I was emailing over 50 brands every day, but was either rejected or completely ghosted. But 1 month later, things finally clicked when I first built my portfolio. Because I already had so many content creating experience, all I needed was to learn how to create UGC style video. I was able to land my very first deal and made a bit over $258. By specifically outreaching to a smaller company, it wasn't a lot, but it removed all of the limiting belief that I had. Because now I knew that it was possible to make money online and there was a chance I could escape the rat race. From there, everything started to snowball. As I got more experience, I began working with local gyms and made $500 USD. Because I already had experience in content creation, most brands loved the videos. They would just make a few tweaks and then they were ready to post. By August 19, I had made over $5,000. Working with 8 different brands and a few small paying retainer deals. A month later, I crossed $10,000. And this month, even while focused on building a business that I'll talk more about soon, I still pulled in $7,000. Despite having to drop a lot of deals because I was busy working business. But even more importantly, I was able to give back to my family, which was my entire goal this entire time. That month, I gave my sister $3K, as you can see right here, and reassured my sister what I was doing would work out, and we stopped arguing, which felt amazing. I was able to make my dad proud, I was able to make my younger self proud, and I felt like I was making God proud of me. It's a weird feeling to explain, but it feels like a butterfly is in your stomach when you just finally be able to give back to your family. One day, I hope one day, you'll be able to feel the same thing. Now, I'm nowhere where I want to be yet, but soon enough, people start asking me how I did it. Soon enough, my friends around me started achieving the same thing, like Sep here. He made 7K in his first 20 days of doing UGC. Now, to be completely transparent, Sep has content creation experience, which is why he was able to grow so fast in UGC, and he was very committed to succeeding as well. Now, Arnu, who has less than 200 followers, he's completely brand new to content creation. He landed his first deal and he's already making money, which is insane. Shanna here made 200 Canadian, literally starting out, and she also landed a deal. Ivan here landed 2 deals starting out, which is insane. And these are all normal people. We all have red blood and we're all kinda new. But enough talking, let me show you what my members say.
Hi, my name is Shanna. I've been working with the Cure for about 6 days now, and so far I've landed 1 retainer deal and made $200. I am a content creator, but I've never really done UGC in the past, so getting feedback and guidance from Akira was genuinely so helpful. If you are ever considering getting into UGC, I think this is the perfect place to start. Akira has the right mindset, the right opportunities, the right connections, and that's the main reason why I reached out to him in the first place, because he genuinely seems so passionate about what he does. So yeah, this is your sign to just go for it.
I've worked with Akira for 1 day. Yesterday I was on 1 coaching call with him, and I'm already accepted into 2 retainer deals, okay? That's leaving me on track to make around $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Man, thank you, Akira.
So, let's talk about that business. This is something I've been working on secretly. The Creator Launchpad. It's a one-on-one mentorship program where I help others to start UGC and achieve the same result I did in a much shorter time frame. So here's the thing. The whole online coaching space has been feeding people with the same advice. Just learn, implement, and it will work out. But why not just give that entire phase? Why not just pay somebody to implement it for you? You know, like someone who finds the brands for you, someone who manages your account so it attracts premium clients, someone who handles your outbound message, someone who builds you a pitching system so you can save your time without feeling burnt out. So this way, you're not spending 5 hours a day pitching to 50 plus brands. You're simply choosing who you want to work with and collecting an extra 3 to 5K a month in extra income. Nobody else is offering this, and I'm literally the only one giving these kind of offer in this space. And we do this by teaching you how to create highly converting UGC video with different style like testimonial, product reviews to get unboxing and paid ad style. We also offer you done for you service like finding your brand so you don't have to waste time doing so, and help you develop an automated outreach system on their behalf. We also offer done with you service where we help you build your portfolio using your input and help you attract premium clients. On top of that, this is the most important thing. We offer you one-on-one coaching call where we guide you step by step so that way you have clear direction of what you need to do. We have weekly group coaching call, and you can also book a one-on-one strategy call with me. We offer guarantee If you do not add an extra 5K or make your money back within 180 days, we will give you a 100% refund and continue working with you until you do. Now, if you have these raw trait of success, you're bound to make bank with UGC. First of all, you have the confidence to record yourself, to talk to the camera and put yourself out there. Secondly, emotional intelligence. You're emotionally in tune with yourself and you know how to influence other people. Third of all, you have the adaptability to become better every single day. With just these three, you're bound to succeed. But none of those traits of success matter if you don't have the burning desire to succeed. So, if you're somebody who wants to replace their 9 to 5, want time, location, and creative freedom, but also make video for brands and get free sponsored product, then this is exactly for you. You need to have the burning desire to succeed and also have the raw trait of success in order to be successful in any endeavor in life, whether it be UGC, whether it be influencer marketing, anything. Now, if you're getting into UGC and you think it's a get rich quick scheme, I'm sorry, but it is not. UGC is just like any other skill. You need to learn it. You need to learn how to pitch. You need to learn how to negotiate. You need to learn how to make highly converting video. And it's not going to happen overnight. I didn't make any money until my second month. Second thing is if you're someone who have a huge ego and just can't take feedback. And third thing is people who aren't willing to actually change their life. Again, like even if you have all the information in the world and you know exactly what to do, if you aren't willing to actually change your life, to put in the work, nothing will change. Nothing will change if nothing changes. The only reason I was able to get where I am today is because I was willing to put in the work, because I wanted to change and I have the reason why I wanted to change. I fully committed to that full force. Let me show you how you can actually get started. First of all, you are going to build your first portfolio. You can grab a free UGC portfolio inside my Discord. It's a plug and play, so you just have to drop your clips, write your bio. Just to quickly show you guys an example of a portfolio, this is my own personal portfolio. So right here, I clearly identified the niche I'm in, or the video I made in the past, my email, my Instagram, and my YouTube, my email again, and down here. This is something you don't have to have, but because my personal metric is just great, I have it on my first page because right away it's just gonna hook the brand attention. You want to show your past work. Now, if you don't have any past work, it's okay. You don't have to show that. And the second thing is to have video that you've done in the past. Now, if you haven't done any UGC video, what you can do is you can showcase the video you made in the past on your personal brand, or you can just make a new one as a demo example. Now right here, this is my about me. So if they want to learn more about me, they can find here, and testimonial and a call to action at the very end. Again, you can find a free portfolio template in my Discord server. The second part of UGC is actually pitching to brand. Now, when you're first starting out, I really recommend you not pitching to Nike on day one. So make sure you do start small and do target the brands that are growing, usually around 1K to 10K followers. Those are the brands that need UGC. And when you do find those brands, make sure you pitch with personality and not desperation. I'll talk more about it in a bit. So right down here, I actually created an email template that you can use. You can find it in my Discord server, and a winning email will have your introduction, where you find the brand, why you like the brand. And with these first 3 sentences, you're just showing yourself as someone who genuinely liked the products. Then you want to introduce yourself. You tell them who you are and what you do. And then you want to show proactive by telling them what you can bring to the company, giving them an option, sending them your portfolio, and then give them an option and showing them that you're willing to go above and beyond by giving them 2 to 3 quick ideas for their next campaign. And obviously your name. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is how much you should be charging starting out. Now, when you first start out, I would really recommend you just accepting any deal so you can build experience and build your portfolio. Although, make sure you do avoid scam and don't sign any shitty contract. Alright, that's the most important thing. When you're first starting out and you're doing a product UGC, you should be charging $100 per video. But as you get more experience and become an expert, you should be charging up to $500 to $150 per video. When you first start out, a company that I really suggest you guys looking into is AI startup company. Now, these companies are usually underpaid, but they offer very good coaching on how you can get started and how you can get highly converting UGC video for software. They usually offer you $25 plus performance bonus. Now, unless you're crazily good at going viral, these deals aren't really sustainable, which is why later down the line, you should be looking more towards product UGC and turning them into a retainer deal where you're making 2K per month with 15 video. Those are the ideal offer that you want to get into. The reason why you can charge so much with these product UGC is when you make a really highly converting UGC video that target a specific audience and they run paid ad to it. What paid ads does is that it's shown this specific video to a certain people, and that video will literally try them tens of 20 or 50 sales, and they make a ton of money from that, which is why you're able to charge and justify your high rate. Now let's talk about delivering content and getting paid. Now, if you're working in an AI startup company, usually they'll just make you fill out a form, and you just have to post it on your account. But when you're working with other brands that are physical product, what they ask you to do is they will ask you to send a physical video to them so that way they can post it on their account and run paid ad. If that's the case, this is where this email is going to come in play. I have the email already in my Discord server, so you can use it as a template. But all you need to know about delivering content is you just gotta give them a Google Drive link. You just gotta remind them what type of video that is, a quick reminder of how much you're charging, their request, and obviously where they can send the money to. That's all you really need. I hope you find this video really helpful and actually implement everything you learned in this video, bro. Now, I have an offer for you. If you're ready to scale and start earning with UGC, and you know that you have the potential and work ethic to make something out of your life, then do book a one-on-one call down in the description, and we will see if you're a good fit for the program. I hope you have a wonderful day, and just so you know, I'm cheering you on, king and queen.